Hey guys, Motorcarnut here, and today we're talking about how to remove a wheel lock if you lost the key. Okay, I have two other videos on two different techniques, and out of these three techniques, you'll get that wheel off. This is the easiest way, I would say. Other ones, everything requires some type of tools to get them off, unfortunately, or less wheel locks wouldn't be wheel locks, would they? Anybody would get them off. Anyway, this is the type of wheel lock that doesn't have a collar. Sometimes they have a collar, and when you put something on there, it'll spin. It's for that reason. These don't have that type. Okay, if yours have that type, I'm going to put the link of the other two techniques to get the wheel off, to get that lock off. You'll get it off. Okay, it depends on if you have the tools or not, or because if you do it yourself, it's a lot cheaper. You bring this to a mechanic, they're going to charge you a lot of money because they have to do a lot of, it's labor intensive sometimes. So now, with this particular one, this collar does not spin. So what you're going to do, you're going to find a socket, all right, that fits on it like this. You see this? How you can't have one that fits on too loose, and you can't have one that's too tight. It has to almost grab. You see, like if I push this, look. If I even twist this a little bit, it even stays. You saw that? It gripped a little bit. That's what you want. So now what you're going to do, you're going to hammer it on, okay? And then hopefully we can get the lock to move. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hammer it on. I just tapped it on. So now I'm going to do it again. You don't want to go crazy. But hopefully that's enough. All right. So now we get, and it's got to be 1/2-inch drive. Do not use 3/8. You can just snap it. And you use a length of pipe to give leverage, like this. And let's see. There we go. And it's easy as that. So now, what you want, before you even start it, I should have backed up, you should have another nut, okay, available, because you don't want to drive with, if you have 5 or 4, or if you have 4 with 3, you don't want to do that. In other words, you don't want to drive with a missing lug. All right? So now, that's that. That came off. You see how it was nice and snug in there. Basically, it's biting around all the way around, so it has to fit nice. This one is a 21 millimeter. It really doesn't matter because your wheel locks may be different. All right. Then you put the other one on, unless you want new wheel locks. But you put this temporarily until you buy new wheel locks and don't lose the. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was doing another video on a crank angle sensor on this car, and I was talking them down, and I left the tool on there like an idiot. Okay, even I make mistakes. And I test drove the car to make sure that the car was fine. And believe it or not, it's stuck on there pretty good, and it flew, and I have no idea where it is. So now I'm in this position. All right, I'm not God. Everybody makes mistakes. So, and then you always talk on whatever your specs are. These happen to be at 90. Right about there. I always check the others. Always do it in a star pattern. 1, 2, 3. 5. Okay, so now you may be asking, okay, so now, how am I going to get this out of here because you hammered it? Well, there's a couple of ways you can do that too. You could either buy a couple of cheap sockets. Maybe they're about $6. You can get them online. And so if you have 4 of them, that's, $25 to get you out of a jam. But what I'm going to do, because I have a special tool here, is I have an air chisel. I have this air chisel here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it against something sharp, this corner, like this. I'm going to put the air chisel in there, and it's going to pop it out. Let me see if I could do that. All right, so let's see if you can see this. Okay. Can I put it? Yeah. I'm going to put it like this, something like this. I'm going to put this in here, and pop it right out. And now I can reuse this. Again, I can reuse it to do the others. If you don't have an air chisel, you're going to either have to, like I said, buy 4 sockets or use one of the other techniques. I'm gonna put the links down below. All right, so that's basically how it goes. I did the 4. I even have one on here I'm going to do. So that's how you get them off. I have 3 ways to get your lug nuts off, whether they're seized, stripped, or they have wheel locks. All right, guys, Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any question pertaining to the video, leave them below. I answer all my questions. Any ideas for future videos, leave them in the comments. I'll gladly go over them, and if I can make them, I will. Motorcarnut, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any question pertaining to the video, leave them below. I try to answer all my questions. Anybody have ideas of future videos, let me know. I'll check them out, and I'll try to make them. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching.